There is something God told you to do, but you are still delaying it. Not because you don't want to do it, but because you are not ready. You keep telling yourself, let me prepare more. Let me become better. Let me fix my life first. You want to be perfect. You want to be sure. But deep down you know you are afraid. Afraid to lose. Afraid to fail. Afraid maybe you are not enough. But let me ask you this question. Since when did God start calling the qualified? He called the unqualified, then he qualifies them. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about a particular topic I titled, Start the Way You Are. Most of us are trying to carry the responsibility that is never meant for us to carry. We think we are the one to provide the strength, the wisdom, and the resources we need in that assignment. But we forgot that even before we are called, He has already made the provision of everything we need in that assignment. Just like Moses stood before God in confidence and brokenness. God told him to go and help the children of Israel, to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt. But Moses told him, I cannot speak. But before Moses speak, God has already prepared Aaron, the spokesman, for him. God did not argue with his weakness. God did not argue with his weakness, with his unqualified life. God provided everything he needed, even when Moses was not aware. Look at David. The Bible said that David was not considered in his family, in the land he came from. Only him is in the bush taking care of his father's sheep. But in that process, God is building him silently, even when people that are close to him do not recommend him. Look at Joseph. God showed him that he will become a king. But how can somebody that God prepared to become a king in this world find himself in a pit, find himself in a prison, find himself being sold as a slave? But the worst thing inside, as in the greatest surprise, is that even despite these challenges, God was never absent. God is always present with him. But look at it, most of us, we want to be qualified before we start. Moses was not qualified, but God sent him and God provided everything he needed. David was not qualified, but God prepared him in the secret, even when his family did not consider him. Most of us, we wait for our family to consider us first, to recognize us, to approve us, for our family to recognize who we are before we take a step. Even when they did not recognize, they did not accept David. That's his purpose, his calling. David keep on going, even despite even his own family, his blood did not consider him. Even Joseph, despite the trouble, he did not give up on faith. Look at Joseph, from prison to the pit, even as a slave, but God was present with him. Most of us, because of the challenges we have around us, we think that maybe I heard God wrongly. But God has something that he has prepared down, that all those things you are seeing is the way, the road to your glory. That is why he said, I will go before you, I will go after you, and make every crooked way straight. He didn't say that you will go alone. He said he will go before you. That even before he called us, he has already been ahead of us. He's just waiting for us to make a move. That is why God does not reveal everything from the beginning. He just sent a word and he hides the details. Because if we are to see the details that is attached to that calling, most of us will not answer. Even Joseph would have not accepted to become a king. If Joseph was to see the things that is attached to his purpose, so that we can walk by faith, not by sight. He said, I will go before you. He did say, I will explain everything to you. He did say, I will make you to feel ready first before you start. He just said, I will go before you and after you and make every crooked way straight. So, why are you still waiting to be ready? Why are you still waiting to be perfect? Why are you still waiting to be sure before you take a step? Obedience is never meant to be safe. God is telling you today to start. Even while being afraid, He said you should start. Even when you are not qualified, He said start. Start from where you are. He's not waiting for your perfection. God is waiting for your willingness. He wants you to be willing and He will perfect you. So you don't need to be ready. What you need is to be willing so that God will go with you. So this concludes this lesson. And if you find this video helpful, you can consider subscribing to this channel to support this channel. And if there's anybody around you you know that will be in need of this video, please kindly recommend or you share to that person.